Hello. Hi Aries, welcome. I'm Joy and this is Taurus Tarot and we are getting an energy reading for you. Okay, and so interesting. So some of the things that were initially coming through were I was hearing spiritual practice and building. So my understanding of what was communicated was that it's important for you to build some kind of spiritual practice. And, that could be, for example, Catholics going to church every Sunday, right? For you, if you don't go to church or, are not religious, but, you do believe in spirit and source and universe and, the great beyond, whatever. However you choose to express it or define it, it's all really just variations of the same thing. But what was coming through was that it was important for you to kind of develop some kind of practice, whether that be meditation, whether it be walks on the beach and in order to be quiet, whether it be yoga, whatever it is. It's important to have some kind of practice that is regular, so that you can connect to source on a regular basis, so that you can remember not to get so caught up in the day in day out kind of humdrum stuff, in the automatic, moving through life on autopilot and just doing everything that you think you're supposed to do, and acting in ways that you think you're supposed to act. The message was really about taking a break from that to connect to spirit. And what that's going to bring to you is a very different way in engaging in life. And it's going to bring something that provides more meaning so that you can engage in life in a more meaningful way. Okay, so let's see what the cards say. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know if you've been feeling some of this apathy, some of this going through life, day in, day out, same thing, monotonous, boring, no inspiration. You realize that you have things to be grateful for, but really, really manifesting and staying in that state of gratitude is difficult because right now it feels like you're not quite seeing it, and you're not seeing the magic that the universe is trying to show you and trying to give you, because you're focused on more like earthly stuff, or maybe you're just more focused in your apathy. Like you're so focused in your apathy it's only that you manifest more of. And so this spiritual practice, right? Right here, I mean, this is seriously talking about some kind of meditation, right? The Hermit is all about going within and finding that light within, and connecting with that, and that is source, right? Because we are all source energy runs through all of us. There is no disconnect from us and source. It is not some male figure god up in the sky somewhere who is looking down on us and granting us stuff if we achieve his favor, or taking stuff away and punishing us if if we don't have his favor. No, it's not that. Source is the source of all life, the source of everything. It's that energetic field, that quantum field where all possibilities exist, that And we are part of that. We're not separate from it at all. We are part of source. We are source, right? And so this card is really telling you that in order to move away from this feeling of like apathy and possibly a little bit of depression, not being sure about where your life is going, not knowing how to take the first step and make the first move, you want answers to that? Ask source, ask yourself, go within, do some meditation, quiet your mind, right? Allow your thoughts to come, but then move, like, say, dismiss them, sort of, right? And try to find those spaces between the thoughts. Yeah. And that's but if you are beginning meditation, it's important just to first recognize the thoughts, right? And then don't follow them down the rabbit hole, like, because one thing leads to another, to another, to another, and next thing you know, you're in this monkey brain place where you're just like all over the place, right? So quiet the mind, don't follow the thoughts, and try to find the spaces between the thoughts, right, that pop into your head, and then that's where you're going to find, in my experience anyway, right, you may experience something completely different, and that is perfectly okay, whatever gets you there, right? But it is, in my experience, the quieting of the mind that allows your intuition, your inner voice, the source, spirit, universe, whatever, God, to come through and to speak to you and to give you information that will better serve you, or best serve you, right? And so these two cards together are absolutely speaking of that. Develop your spiritual practice in order to move away from this feeling of apathy and possibly some depression. Okay. And these two here are really just saying the same thing. This is really just saying, make a first move, take a step in your physical world, something that you can bring down right into your physical world, something concrete, like like meditating, or for me, I like to be in the ocean and just float in the water and just stare up at the sky, and all kinds of things come in. But definitely start, like this. For whatever reason, this card, this Page of Pentacles, is telling me start. And in Buddhism, there's two things. There's two main hindrances to meeting your goals, and I'm gonna look over there because I wrote it down on my board so I can look at it every day. But there's, like, if you want to achieve your goals, there's two things that you need to do. You need to start and you need to finish, right? So you need to start and you need to see it through. That's the only two things you need to remember. And yes, I know it does sound way more complicated. I mean, it sounds way more simple than it is. But if we can just master those two things in our mind, then those are the only, we can let go of all of the other clutter, right? Just start and then see it through. Yeah. And then what you'll see is that there are all kinds of possibilities that will open up for you, right? It's not just this one possibility that universe is showing here, right? But that there's all kinds of different possibilities for you to choose from. But you do have to move out of this state of, not being able to see any of them, and move. And I know that this card has a lot of different meanings, but right here, right now, this is talking about possibilities. This is talking about endless possibilities, and that all you have to do is choose one, that they're all available to you, but you're not going to be able to see them, right? You're not going to be able to see them until you actually go within and create some spiritual practice that is going to help you to connect to source and allow you to move outside of these feelings of depression and apathy and monotony and whatnot, into something, you know, definitely more wonderful, that you can choose from, you know. So alrighty, well, okay, Aries, that is what it is. Yeah, I think that's a good thing, you know. Otherwise there is this overall like good feeling for you, and that you are in a big picture, when you zoom out a little bit, you know, like that you are really moving in the direction, in the right direction, that you know that you want to be moving in, and that source is really helping you to move in. But that you've hit a little road bump, but that's all it is. It's just a little speed bump, that's all. And you will move over it and past it, in no time. Okay. All right. Okay, Aries, that is what it is. So have a beautiful day. Aloha and namaste.